potassium and percentage of chromium and subtract from 100. Otherwise, you have to apply the formula, that is 112 divided by 294 into 100. Either way, you should get the same answer. So, kindly do the rest too. And now we shall be discussing what is empirical formula. Empirical formula is the formula of a compound which shows the simplest whole number ratio between the atoms of the elements in the compound. Now let us try to understand this with proper examples. You see here, glucose molecular formula is C6H12O6. Now you can see here there is a common factor 6. If I take out 6 common, I get the molecular formula C6H2O6. Now if I cancel out the common factors 6, then we have the simplest ratio and glucose empirical formula becomes CH2O. Now molecular formula, if we take hydrogen peroxide as another example, then hydrogen peroxide molecular formula is H2O2 and you can see the common factor is 2. If I cancel out 2, then the empirical formula becomes HO. So molecular formula and empirical formula possess a relation. You can see here empirical formula is equal to molecular formula into n times, and this n we write as a subscript to get in the outside the bracket. Now how do you calculate n? N equal to molecular formula mass divided by empirical formula mass. That means if we find the empirical formula, we can find out the mass of that using the formula, and molecular formula if you know for the substance, then we can calculate the molecular formula mass or molar mass, and then we take the ratio to get the value of n. There is another formula to find out molecular mass, that is molecular mass is equal to twice of vapor density. Now if vapor density formula to be used, that will be supplied in the question. Now in your textbook you may find the numericals based on empirical formula done in a point wise, paragraph wise, but I think this way if we do the making a table, that will be easier. So let's do one example. Calculate the empirical formula of a compound having the following composition. So normally when we are asked to find out empirical formula of a compound numerically, then the percentage of various elements present is usually given. So we will follow the steps here. So they have given you sodium 29.11%, sulfur 40.51%, oxygen 30.38%. Now it is always advisable to add up all the percentages to see whether the total value is coming to be 100 or not. So we make a table having 6 columns. The first column we write the element